ago 6 countries: Lithuania, Latvia, Turkey, Italy, Portugal, and of course, Romania. They all sent their representatives for a youth career development training in a cabin in the woods of Lithuania. But that training was like no other before. I still remember the first day of the training when, after some ice-breaking games, we were sent outside of the cabin to play a game. We had a big wooden stick, 2 meters, a bottle with radioactive substances in it, and we had to put the stick with the bottle in the center of a big circle. 3 things. You couldn't touch the stick, you couldn't touch the bottle, and you couldn't enter the circle. 4 hours later, during the night, we succeeded. But that's not the most interesting fact about that game. What's interesting is what happened after. I've been through a lot of trainings, and in most of them, the reviewing process consists of 2 or 3 questions regarding how did you feel and if you noticed this or that. But here, we implemented a new technique called active reviewing, in which after the exercise, we reflected upon it. We had a theory from our reflections, our own theory for each and every body in the group, and we implemented that theory and tested it in another game. Learning by doing, experiential at its best. I think that we didn't learn anything in that training. We lived everything there was to learn. Even our coaching sessions, they weren't solution-oriented because we didn't provide solutions to the clients. They were client-oriented because all we've done was removing the bushes from the client's path so that he can walk on his own path. During the next few days, we had a lot of group dynamics going, and what amazed me the most was that our problems, our group problems, were not raised at the trainer level, where the trainer told you not to be late, or you should try to do this in order not to be late. No, they were raised at the group level, in which we talked as a group about the situation, and we reached our own agreement on how to behave. Our trainers have left their badges at home, and instead of the trainers, 2 new team members joined the team. 2 situations come to mind. One was that, of course, in each bootcamp, people are being late. So we raised the problem to the group, and we came as a group to our own solution. For the people that were late next time should be the ones that bring the other people in. This worked for us. It won't necessarily work for another group, but it was our solution, and since we agreed to implement it, we abided by it. Another thing happened when one of the girls poured her soul in a deep story and 2 other people were talking. This happens. We raised the problem to the group level, and what happened? We discovered that in our group, we don't mind if you lose your attention and you raise yourself and do some exercises or maybe go to the toilet. But what we did mind was people talking. So we found a solution. In order to reset our attention spans, all we had to do was implement it because we all agreed upon it. The team was built by the team. And in our last day,
I had another interesting aha moment. I'm not the networker type. I prefer to dedicate my time to very good friends instead of calling people that I barely know. During those 10 days in the cabin, something different happened because we didn't actually network. What we did was tell deep stories, party a bit, and even cry on each other's shoulder. And our business partners, networking opportunities became our friends. And the shift was amazing because in a networking environment, you contact a person that you barely know. But a friend, you call to say hi, to say what you're doing, and maybe to create a partnership. My motto is I teach students how to become their own teachers. And during those 10 days training, I realized that I didn't invent my motto. It was already there. I just happened to reinvent it. My motto was there in that cabin in the woods. Thank you.